So you want to know if your partner doesn't love you? Around the world, people are often told that it takes years of couples therapy, reading countless relationship books, and maybe even consulting a psychic to figure out if their partner loves them. But what usually happens is that you end up more confused. And that's not even an exaggeration. On the upside, when you vent about your relationship issues on social media, at least you can do it with perfect grammar. If you haven't guessed by the title, realizing your partner doesn't love you is actually quite straightforward. Even if you think love is blind, comparing your situation to a romantic comedy gone wrong shows you're pretty observant. When people like us say we want to know if our partner doesn't love us, it means several things. We want to avoid wasting time we could spend binge-watching our favorite shows. We want to protect our hearts, hopefully to prevent future therapy bills. We want clarity to make informed decisions. And lastly, we want to be able to tell our friends, "I saw the signs," just enough to seem insightful, but not too much to sound jaded. The problem is, most advice on the internet is so vague and cliché that even if it works, the only people who could actually follow it are mind readers and Dr. Phil. And if you look for specific advice that you can actually try right now, you get things like, check if they text you goodnight every day, see if they remember your anniversary, notice if they like your Instagram posts. These things sound reassuring, but at some point, you have to actually pay attention to what's happening in real life. Besides, even in the past, people have missed glaring red flags because they were too busy analyzing emoji usage. So what can you actually do to know if your partner doesn't love you? Let's move beyond the same 10 signs from a clickbait article and get to the genuine indicators. The main thing you need to do is observe their actions over time. What kind of actions? It depends. Do they pretend to be busy to avoid spending time with you? When someone truly loves you, they want to be with you. They enjoy your company and look forward to spending time together. But if your partner often acts like they're busy when it's time to spend time together, then there's a chance they don't really love you. They might not be interested in spending time with you, but feel obligated because of the relationship. If your partner does this, it might be a good idea to set some boundaries and spend time with other people instead. That way, your partner will see that you're not going to wait around for them, and they might start to change their attitude. Are they only in it for the physical relationship and don't want anything else? Just as important as being there for the person you love is being present for them emotionally and mentally as well. Someone who truly loves you wants to connect with you on all levels. They want to know everything about you and share their life with you. But if your partner only seems interested in the physical aspects of the relationship and doesn't want anything else, then that's a sign they don't necessarily love you. And chances are they might not change their mind anytime soon, especially if that's all they're getting out of the relationship. Intimacy is important in a relationship, but that doesn't mean that physical connection is the only thing you need to make your relationship work. Do they rarely compliment you? Compliments are a great way to make someone feel loved. They show that you care about the person and that you appreciate them. If your partner rarely compliments you, then there is a good chance they don't love you as much as you think they do. But don't take this the wrong way. Some people use compliments to trick others into thinking they love them. Also, do they make time for you even when they're busy? Do they listen when you speak, or just wait for their turn to talk? If they consistently forget important details about you, that's probably not a great sign. You can address concerns while also being understanding and sounding like you value the relationship. The key is to express your feelings without making them feel attacked. This way, they'll actually open up to you, which will make you both feel more connected and respected. Now, how do you identify these signs? It's actually really easy. You don't have to play detective or decode cryptic messages. Just reflect on how they treat you compared to how you'd like to be treated. But let's imagine you can't observe these signs right now. Maybe you're in a long-distance relationship, or they're on a digital detox. You can still gain clarity by just imagining. Picture how a loving partner would act in various situations. Compare that to your reality. By imagining the whole scenario from start to finish, you just convinced your brain to notice what's important. Meanwhile, the person who ignores these signs and hopes for the best still won't know what's wrong if the relationship ends abruptly. This is how you become aware. Use everything you observe, and if you can imagine yourself in a relationship where your emotional needs are met, you'll recognize when they're not. This is basically how emotional intelligence works. You pick up on cues, and because it's relevant to your happiness, your brain pays attention. That is, you become more attuned to the health of your relationship. Some people think snooping through phones or setting up tests will help them get answers faster. But in reality, honest communication will give you the most results because it fosters trust and understanding. If you don't feel comfortable bringing up your concerns, make a list of what's bothering you and consider how to discuss them calmly. Convince yourself that your feelings are valid and deserve attention. Recognizing the signs and making it seem useful to your brain is all you need to understand where you stand. And this is why open dialogue is the S-tier method for figuring out if your partner loves you or not. There's no fluff, no mind games, no second guessing, just pure, straightforward communication. But before you go, have that talk. I'm collecting donations in the form of subscribes to fund the next video.